fantastic weekend of Formula One racing here on the EGL Extreme Gaming League. I'm Tipsy Bob, and joining me on the mic is my trusty sidekick and my good friend, Dad Bats. Covering all the action today, we're going to be covering everywhere from Monaco, Singapore, Abu Dhabi, and Bahrain, all across the world, all across the country. We have a full grid lined up, some of the best talent around the world. We have plucked them from all corners of the earth to give you some of the greatest racing experience footage you'll ever see in your lifetime. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the EGL. We go once and all the cars are all lining up on the grid. They're all getting ready. The drivers will be focusing on their first corner. Are they going to take it? What are they going to do? Is they going to go deep? Are they going to go? Who knows? Let's find out. Away we go! DRS is still active, and if Timo wants to get this moved on, he's gonna need to use this DRS zone because I have a feeling.
No, Timo, cancel the crusher in the traction zone. I pressed command up and another overtake on 23 trademark.
This is Ryan Straight.
And Timo are oh, it's not pit. Oh no! Oh my god, this so sorry, control myself. So Timo
I wouldn't be getting penalty too, so they can stand at the back together again, just like Timo likes it.
how many times did you see how many times?
Hello everyone, welcome to this week's 2SRL Tier 3, this time on a new track in Vietnam. And this weekend I'm joined again by the lovely voice of Tipsy Bob.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Stanix. The pleasure is all mine to be sharing the microphone with Mr. Stanix. I'm really looking forward to this. I have not witnessed even 3 minutes of Hanoi, so this is a learning experience for me, I'm sure, as it is many people on the track. So let's see how we get on. Also, I can see that we have quite a lot of Chads in chat, Mr. Triton and Mrs. Kitsune, to name but a few. And it's only a matter of time before I get my dude, Mr. Dragon, in chat. But yes, I have no idea, Sanix, in terms of strat. I have no idea in terms of, tire strategy, anything. So this is going to be completely off the cuff.
Okay, so when it comes to strategy, from what I've heard, it's supposedly just a soft hard, so it's pretty simple. And as you said, there's as the info you got, there's not going to be rain, so I think that's what we're going to be seeing. And there's also not going to be any safety car this weekend because Codemasters did it once again with their lovely game.
Yes.
With how the pit lane is put in, so once you go in or out of the pits, you basically go through a couple of corners before and you exit like a corner or two after, so you cut a lot of the track basically. So if you go in front of the safety car or another car, you get a penalty, so that's why the safety car had to be removed for this weekend.
Also give a big shout out, just checking the chat, some amusing comments say the least. And we are getting fought over here, Mr. Sonics. But we have the first time here is Mr. Danny Segust. I hope I'm saying that. You're very welcome, Mr. Danny. Hope to see you back, and hope you continue to watch the rest of the streams. Let's get on with the try, Mr. Sonics. What do you reckon? Let's see who have we got here. So, running down the order, we have the familiar faces of Tier 3. I don't think there's anyone really new there from what I can see. But the names that stand out the most for me, in terms of, their pace so far we've seen in Tier 3, would be, of course, Cursed. That goes without saying.
Yeah.
But we have Owen and Max. Now, last time out, when we did this, Onyx, we seen quite a charge from Owen and Max.
Yes, exactly.
And I was getting a little bit of grief from Owen, not too much, because he thought I was being a little bit hard with him, but no, I thought I was being fair. He's got a lot of pace in him. Just hopefully that he can be a bit more patient this race, and I think that he will be on fire, and a sure bet to get a few podiums, as he's already set the fastest time so far in Hanoi with a 1:34.8. Again, I don't know in terms of, I can't measure that time against anything. We have a couple of pretty fast boys in chat watching, so they'll be able to keep us updated. But initially, as it stands, Mr. Owen is the fastest boy I've seen in Hanoi.
Yeah, Owen is really good. I think both Owen and Danny, both of them put in a lot of practice, and from what I know, both of them dropped actually in the 33s in time trial and GP mode. So I think we're gonna see maybe low 34s actually in qualifying, maybe even a 33. So that's something to look forward to. Also, yeah, of course, Aceboy wasn't here last weekend, but he is the winner of race 1, so he's someone to look out for as well. Besides that, I think you filled in the gaps of the people to actually look out for. Bornwolf had a couple of incidents in Bahrain, but he's also one to look out for. We know he's fast, so yeah.
Yes, I'm not a stranger to filling in holes, as Mr. Triton can attest.
Okay.
Is Monsieur Danny en français? Sorry, I'm completely going off topic here, but I just see Danny's in chat, and
It's fine.
I like to talk to the people watching.
I'm still looking at why my stream is actually dropping frames. I hope it's not too laggy for anyone watching, because for some reason it is doing the funny
thing. Triton does make a point there. I was actually going to say it, that you were saying Aceboy won the first race. It was Kirst that actually won the
last week's race.
The last week's the last week's race. So I can't believe we did it last week. It feels like it was forever, but sure.
Yeah, the way it just goes by super fast.
As it stands, Mr. Owen is still in P1, but these top 3 times are reasonably close. If any of the guys here can tell us in chat, what would we be expecting here to see? Albeit it is tier 3, so it's probably not going to be tier 1 times. But what is the ballpark figure or time for pole in Hanoi? I have no idea.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get answers. They're just mixed all over the grid. Midler's probably gonna set a fast time with both Owen and Danny. All of them gonna be in the mix with Aceboy. I think as it is now, the top 3, and Kirst is gonna be there. Also, Ocean Chief, don't forget about him as well.
My good man, Mr. Chief, yes.
Yeah.
Mr. Chief will probably not get pole. In fact, I would bet my house on it. However, what I wouldn't bet on is that he doesn't get P10, because Mr. Chief is a wily old horse. And as I pointed out ad nauseum last week, that he is very experienced when it comes to races. Raw pace isn't there, a bit like myself, but in terms of just, grabbing out those, dragging out, I can't think of the word I'm trying to say, dragging out those points, Chief is well accustomed to that. So let's see how he gets on.
Yeah, I'm just on board here with Bornwolf. He's on a fast lap now, so maybe we should be on board with him, just so everyone can get a feel of the track, especially people that haven't driven it yet, since it is a new track. It hasn't been in the game last year. Yeah.
Who are you gonna run on? Who are you gonna run on?
I'm with Bornwolf since. Oh, actually, he backed off of his lap.
Well, Aceboy is on a night lap.
Aceboy is
so
he's on a night lap. Oh no, he's just in the pits.
Oh,
that's Max. That's Max. I went on the wrong person. Yeah, Aceboy on a night lap.
Get with it, Sonics. Come on.
Okay, so I did a couple of laps before.
You do want to become a team.
no, please. Don't
Sonic,
put...
we have started off on a good foot. Okay?
Yes.
And I'm sure the guys are watching saying, "Oh God, here goes Tipsy," right? But we've started off on a good footing, okay? And I started off with a good footing in Timo, and then he just decided to make it crumble. So now when I stream with him, I just make his life hell. So I don't want to have to do that with you, Mr. Sonics.
Okay, I'll do my best then to not get on your bad food, you know.
What's that?
I don't want my life being hell streaming with you. I don't want to be stuck an hour and 30 minutes.
If you want to get that crime the next time.
I think I'll pass for now, at least for now. Let me get some more experience, and then I'll take it.
So Owen is still in P1.
Yeah, he's on an outlet now as well. So
yeah, an 8 point. This seems like an absolute nightmare. I'm just watching running on board here with Ace Boy as he's trying to set himself up for a lap, but he just seems to be getting caught out with these guys on their laps, and so yeah, this is going to be an absolute brain freeze for me whenever my old brain gets stuck onto this track. How on earth are you supposed to memorize this? My goodness. I mean,
it's mostly just the last sector. From what I did today, I felt like it's, at least for me being not the top of the top drivers, but I did find it quite easy to lose it on traction on this track. Since, of course, like any track, you gotta push. But those two runabouts, you're going kind of slow, so you don't have that much grip and that much downforce. So once you go on the throttle, you're just gonna lose it. Ace Boy coming through it now.
yeah.
It's also just hard to spot the braking zone. Easy to invalidate over these two curves as well. Just take too much of the inside, hit the wall. It's super easy to lose the time.
Well, I'm still running on board with this boy here as he crosses the first part of the race, of the track. Sector 1 completed, and he is down a little bit, just by a fraction on his time. So far, after that first sector, Owen's pole is still safe, but let's see how he gets on. I'm not really sure where the sector times are. Normally, used to get in the map, you'll get the little line on the map. Yeah, there is actually. So at the end of this hairpin, let's see how he takes it. We should, well, around the hairpin, sorry, should be the end of sector 2. And we will see. Oh, Sonny, sorry.
34.6, a really good time, yeah.
So we're starting to see these times dropping now, whereas Ace Boy is going to complete sector 2, and he is up, and he's actually got a purple.
Yeah.
It's showing a purple. I don't know if that's...
I don't know if it's a purple. Yeah, the game tends to do that, but
yeah,
let's believe it. Let's believe it.
Let's have the faith. I have the faith. Yes, I have the faith in Mr.
Ooh, Owen improves even more. 134.5.
And they're only improving by just little, about a tenth of each other. So it kind of shows you how close these guys are. As Ace Boy is and he clips the wall heavily. Oh no! And he does improve, but only by like.
Oh, and someone behind him also clipped the wall. That was I think it was the AlphaTauri of Gurla as well. It's so easy to hit the last wall there in the ultimate corner and then going wide onto the straight.
Yes. Yeah, that was really unfortunate for Ace Boy because he was looking reasonably well there. I didn't think he was going to get pole. But yeah. Points lost there. And, it looks like it's actually really easy to cut across this lap as well. And there's another thing I'm not actually quite sure on either, is the track limits. I have no idea the extent of how brutal or how lenient the track limits on Hanoi.
Ooh, Owen actually loses it into not Owen, Danny loses it into turn 1 as well. I mean, just half spins there. But track limits, it's like a mix of both worlds. There's some corners that you can go really far wide. And then there's some corners that you just can't. It's like, for example, like turn 2, the first runabout, you can run really wide there, and even where Owen is coming out, I know he's not on a lap, but this second runabout, this right-hander, I think you can take a lot of the curb. You can almost fully cut it, and it doesn't invalidate. So I think the track limits are it's not as harsh as Australia. So I think that's good, but we're still gonna see quite a few penalties if it keeps on going like this. I mean, every race. Yeah. It's to be expected.
Yeah, so that's one of the things I love doing about these streams and these commentating sessions, is because not only is it really enjoyable to do it and see what happens on track, but it's the support that I feel since I've been doing this for a while now. It's the support I feel that we get whenever you check the chat, because
Yeah.
If there's anything you're not sure about, check the chat. And we have
Oh,
seen here that we have a guy saying here that it's actually quite lenient on the track penalties. So, what was the O about, Mr. Sanders?
my computer is dying.
That is not the most favorable.
Yeah, it's not. Your sound just went a bit of robotic there. I think people heard it, but should be fine. I should last through this race.
Okay. Well, I had the wife coming in. Anyone who isn't sure, Mr. Danny Segust.
Ooh, Leglaf puts in the fastest time.
Mr. Danny Kitsune is my wife. Okay, so you'll understand this. She just came in to me and said my voice farted on stream. So.
That was it. That was the O. That's what the O was for. So while that was happening, Leglaf put in the fastest time, really close to Owen.
Yeah. So Leglaf out of nowhere squeezes in the pole. To be fair, I've said before that he's a good racer. Sometimes it works for him, sometimes it doesn't. But you know, he's sneaking in these quick times recently, and I think he's quietly grinding this game. So let's see how he gets on. A fellow Irishman himself. So good luck to you, fella.
Born Wolf, not a lap set yet, but he is on a lap now. This will be his last lap as well. I don't think he has time for another one after, so see how this goes. He's coming into the last sector now. This last sector is actually really fun if you go on board with him. Just with how fast it is and how close the walls are.
With who are you with?
On Born Wolf, he's just through last sector now, through the S's, coming to the final few corners. Kirst actually leaves the session.
Yes, no, I did send him a backup, so hopefully he should be able to get in. We have Danny asking in chat, Haas 1-2 possible?
Oh, Born Wolf sets 10th fastest time.
Actually, he's racing. What am I talking about? Danny is actually racing. He's currently sitting at P5. A 1-2 possible? No reason why not.
If you do a fast time, Danny, then yes. As it seems now, I mean, you have the pace. We all know.
Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. I just realized that Haas is an all-Irish team.
Oh yeah, it is.
What about that?
Oh, so I think the stream just became a tiny bit more biased towards Haas now.
Well, you know, I wouldn't say no to seeing a bias. I was going to say I wouldn't say no to having bias. I wouldn't say no to having two Haas's on the podium. But let's see how they get on. So, as I often said, we are getting into the business end of qualifying, as the boys will be getting themselves set up for their final attack. And yeah, generally track position is kind of important and like generally a rule in Formula One, but more so than others. And judging by the way this track seems to be looking, I think you kind of want to be pretty high up.
Yeah, especially through Sector 3.
Yeah, because I think if there's an incident, you're going to get caught up in it some way. So, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Also, I don't know if we missed it, but or if you said it, Neon Rays and P4 are really good from him as well, with the 134.9. So,
Mr. Pixel is we're trying to get his car straight. As he has spun on his timed lap. Kirst retires, and where does Kirst put it? So he's P13 initially. He may drop down a fraction. Let's see how they get on. So they are. Here we go, Sonics. The last 30 seconds, and I am running on board with Leglaf. He is our current pope. Yeah, he is.
I'm on Danny. He's the one that wants the 1-2. So let's see how he does.
Yeah. Okay, well you run on board with Danny because that's what the boy everyone on the stream is watching, and I will watch Leglaf.
That's how they do it. If they actually manage to put this into a 1-2, that would be really good for them. Oh, and also in P2, don't forget about him. Yeah. Super easy.
So how's Danny getting on?
Danny's getting on quite well. Seems like a Sunday drive. I actually missed the Sector 1 Delta, like a professional commentator right here.
Sony puts it on pole by quite a lot.
4/10, really good from Sony.
So, yeah, let's see how they get on.
Making that 1-2 dream seem impossible. I mean, not impossible, but just harder.
Yeah, Ace Boy has decided that is all he's got.
Danny goes really wide in the hairpin. Doesn't invalidate, but he did lose some time, I'd say. Gonna cross Sector 2 now. Let's see if he's up in his Delta. He is by 1 whole 10. So if he keeps it together in this last sector, he will improve and he will go up at least one position.
Just
Through the
running
S's.
on. Oh no, that Leglaff is on his hot lap and there is yellows in front of him. Disaster, potentially. How's he getting on?
Yeah,
He
people
will
just
be
moving out of his way.
crossing. Yeah, so they got out of his way just
Danny
he got a
gonna-
little bit
Danny goes B4 with the 34.5, so really good.
before, and that Leglaff. Sorry, Sanex, to cut across you there, but Leglaff has improved. Not quite enough yet to take pole, but he is up on his time. Oh, and it's quite a whack off that side wall.
If you look at the time
So,
slot right
well-
now, look at how close it is between P2 and P4.
Yeah,
It's a couple
this
of
is what we
hundreds.
like to see.
Yeah.
This is what we like to see, Mr. Sanex.
Joel putting in a
So-
P7. Raise P6.
Yeah, Leglaff approaching his hairpin, heavy on the braking. Uses good little bit of curb here to get that car rotated. And yeah, I'm kind of getting the feel for this track as I was watching these guys. A mixed bag, these 90-degree ones, like Russia. Such even here it goes this left, right. How is he getting on? I actually missed his.
Yeah, I
sector
did as
two,
well, but it was a purple on the
it
track
was a
map.
purple. Yes. So. Oh no!
Oh!
He just invalidates his time, and he was certainly up. Who else is on a time? Is there anyone else? There's no one else.
There's no one else,
I
so this
don't
is it.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no one else on a lap from what I can see that can challenge Sonny. So that is our tier 3 qualifying over, it
Yeah.
seems to me. Everyone else is done or in the pit. So there we go. Mr. Sony puts it on pole for the error. What? No.
Oh, yeah, I got kicked out as well.
I got kicked out, boys.
Uh-oh.
This is not good. It'll be migrating host. Oh no.
Oh no. What just happened?
Disaster strike. So how do we get back in? I'm getting spammed invite. How I can't. I'm not even in either.
I am in.
Yeah,
I mean, I am in the lobby, but is
Yeah,
everyone
kicked us to the lobby.
kicked us to the lobby?
Ah,
So,
well, Okay, so I've switched back to friends only. Anybody watching, it is back to friends only for anyone who needed to get in. We're missing one guy.
who
Is
that?
everyone in? No, this is disaster.
Where's Cursed? Is Cursed not in here? Or am I just...
Cursed, I don't see Cursed either.
Cursed is not in here.
Don't worry, we'll get it running. So it's Cursed we're waiting on. There's actually 2 people we're waiting on. Yeah, Leglaff is back in again. So do we know the order? Damn it!
It wasn't
someone
stream.
has
It
the,
wasn't stream. The order wasn't stream since no one was on a lap.
Yeah, so we need to try and get this work, guys, as quick as we can to try and get this run down the order. Yeah, so it's on for anyone who's watching the stream. Look, we got kicked out to the lobby there, so if you can join again, it is on friends only, so that you can join on my name or anyone else you have here. Of course, no cheeky people jumping in when you shouldn't be here. And you might have heard Kitsune there saying, "She's gonna make me a cup of tea." Happy days. There's a cup of tea on the way. That gives me a chance to try and get this sorted out. So, guys, if someone knows the rundown of the order, or if they can check back in the stream for me.
I'm watching it right now, so I'll tell
yeah,
it to
so-
you in a second. Okay. So as it
I
was
will-
in the end.
So hang on, let me try and get this. So here we go, guys. Bear with us. We will do this live as everyone's listening. So we're
The
going to
whole
do
grid
qualifying,
rundown.
and we're going to do no qualifying, and we're going to get custom grid. Here we go. So P1 was Mr. Sonny.
Sonny, followed by P2, Owen.
Oh, damn it. Hang on. I just clicked this name. The one that's profile.
So Sonny and
what-
Owen.
All right, there's something wrong. Oh my goodness. It keeps opening multiple. Oh, this is getting from bad to worse. It's opened 4 different profiles. Right, hang on. We'll get it. Here it goes. Right.
2 people still missing, so we'll see who's missing while we're doing the grid.
Right, we're gonna do the grid and I'll use my keyboard. So who was P1?
P1 was Sonny, followed by Owen and P2. That is the front grid as it is now.
Right. Move player up. Right, Sony P1,
Owen P2.
Owen P2. Who was P3?
P3 is Leglov, and P4 is Danny. So the second row is actually locked out by the Hasses. They're 1 row back from where they wanted to be, but
All right, so I've got Sony P1, Owen P2, Leglaf P3, Danny P4.
P5 was Ace Boy. So really good qualifying from him as well, putting him roughly in the same position as he was in Australia, if I remember correctly.
All right, so P5 is Ace Boy.
Neon Rays in P6. All of these drivers did a 34 as well,
Okay.
so really good
Neon
for them.
Rez P6.
P7 is Joel.
P7 Joel. It's a good qualifying from Joel. Well done.
Kebab put it in P8.
Kebab up to P8. Okay.
Pixel in P9.
Pixel P9.
P10 was Gerla.
All right. P10 Gerla. That's it.
P11 was Wojomir. 2. Don't forget that too, it's important in
Okay.
there.
That's all right. So Wojamir 2, P11.
P12 was Born Wolf, followed by Max in P13.
So P12 Born Wolf, and then Max. P13, okay?
And then 14 and 15 was Shaka and Cursed. In that order. So Shaka in 14 and Cursed in 15. Cursed is not in the session right now though.
I
So
haven't cursed yet, so we can't do it.
how will this go now? This is happening.
Yeah, so we'll wait for Curse to join, and I'll need to get they get the weather. It was dry and then dry.
Dry.
I think.
It was dry for the
Wasn't it?
race. That's what you said, yeah. Wait. Let's see who's actually missing. So Chris is missing, and DJ Mario's in. So
DJ Mario's here. I think Owen has to restart.
okay. So Owen.
Don't worry, we will
Oh.
get this up and running.
Owen is still in. So he left now, but
Okay.
it was 19 drivers already. I am super confused with this now.
Don't worry.
I don't know who's missing and who's in here.
I am absolutely roasting. Give me a few moments. I'm going to open the window.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so we're just waiting for these guys to join up, and we can get these this grid order sorted out, and then we can get fired up into this race.
Yeah, so I think it's gonna be an interesting race overall, though. It's the first lap. I wanna say I expect there's gonna be no carnage. I mean, I'd say I wish there's gonna be no carnage, but the walls are so tight, and it's slippery. And if one car spins, the others are just gonna follow, and there's no safety car, so it's really important that all of them get away safe and cleanly on the first lap.
Yeah. It's also worth pointing out because this is the first time Mr. Danny Sigurst has watched. This is the first crash to lobby I've had in, I would say, at least over a year and a half. So,
I mean, this is the first crash lobby I've had in 2019 out of the 5-ish I did, 6, let's say.
so how have we got? Is everyone in yet? No, we're still missing 2 drivers.
Drivers, so let's see who they are.
Missing Milos. We're
Milos.
missing Kirst.
Cursed
I
and
put
Owen's in.
Owen's back. Owen is back up to P2.
I really cannot. Okay, how about I'll go through the drivers again, and you see who's missing and who's in here.
All right. So,
Okay.
well, I can tell you who I've got in the order.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
I'll tell you who I've got in order. So currently P1 is Sony, P2 Owen, then Leglaf, Danny, Ace Boy, Neon Rez, Joel, Kebab, Pixel, Gerla, Wojamir 2, Born Wolf, Max, Shaka, and then after below that should be Cursed, but I've got Mario,
First, and then there's
Look, Latazi, Domanon or Domanon.
Domanon is in P16 actually, so
Oh, so I can put him P16.
you can put in P16, yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Uh,
Ocean Chief and Mario were in the last 2 places.
Okay, so move Chief down 1. And Mario down.
Okay, so only Cursed is actually missing from the session now.
Yeah. Okay, so we're just missing Mr. Cursed. Kebab. You like that, Mr. Daly? Kebab. Do you know I have never tried a kebab?
Really? Never.
35 years on this planet, and I have never tasted a kebab.
Oh, someone sent me a message. Oh,
Shame on me. Also, I need to switch to spectator because it's putting me in P18. That's usually where I would belong, but anyway.
you are really missing out by not trying a kebab though. It's really good. But then again, you gotta get the right one. Okay, so any news on Cursed? If he's joining anytime soon?
I don't know what's happening with Curse, but in the meantime, I need to set the weather. Drop in with Curse to see what's happening, and then yeah.
I'm asking as well. Let's see, because if he does not come, I guess. Okay, no. So weather is gonna be set, so people should not worry about that one.
So it's dry weather. That's what
Yeah,
I was
dry
told.
weather. Milosh has 4,000 ping, so I don't know if he's gonna be able to actually drive then, if he has that much ping.
Yeah, so we may have to sacrifice our good friend Mr. Curse.
For the session to go on.
I think I'll probably have to put myself in 20th place because in order to customize the grid, I can't click spectator, so I'll move myself down.
Okay.
To last place. That's about right there. Okay. Confirm changes, and
Should be able to
yeah,
do spectator now.
I think we should be able to go and make sure I've got everything on.
Is the
The
formation up
rules
on?
should be all the same. Good idea. Better check that quickly, and then.
So
the
this is gonna
settings.
make an interesting mix because everyone's gonna have fresh tires now again.
Yeah, so the server is as we had it at the beginning. Safety car is off. I'll accept we have got dry weather, and we are just missing Kirsch. So I don't know if we're going to get the call, but I think we might have to go because we can't keep everyone waiting.
Yeah, I think
If,
we should go. Like maybe
yeah.
wait a minute or two, but
If someone can find out for us, because I don't want to help tab out in case it crashes. If we are good to go, if how's Milos getting on with his internet, otherwise we will need to get the show on the road.
doesn't
If
seem
anyone
like
has an
Miloš
idea.
is responding anyway. So, I don't know. It's your call once we go.
Let me ask Kitsune. Kitsune. Kitty. Hang on a minute. Kitty.
Yes, yes.
Sorry.
Yes.
Is
What?
is Kirst online? Is he going to be joining?
It's not on Discord anywhere.
I think yeah.
I think it crashed.
So with that, I think we're probably going to have to just get the ball on the roll, guys.
Yeah.
So
I think.
sadly, we're going to have to leave without Mr. Kirst. So let's get this show on the road, guys.
So,
if you're listening, let's
ready up.
get it on.
I told everyone to ready up, so.
Let's get it on,
Should be going
boys.
to, yeah.
Hopefully out on the grid right. And if the grid's been done wrong, direct all your blame to Sanix.
What? Me? Excuse me. I told you the exact rundown. That is on you. You're gonna
Yeah,
get
but
on my bad food here.
But I can just say I didn't hear you because I'm half deaf, you know. I'm practically in a wheelchair. And I know that that doesn't have an effect on your hearing, but you know what I mean? I'm getting old. Anyway, here we go. We should be straight into the formation lap. Oh, this is going to be a long stream. I'm roasting.
I mean, now it's just gonna be the race. You know, we don't have to do qualifying again, so that's one thing.
Unless I got something wrong.
Oh yeah, if you did,
I
we're
mean,
gonna have to go
I'm
all the way around.
Yeah, I'm absolutely roasting here, and you know, I'm drinking tea. There's some kind of brainwave. Anyway.
Oh, the weather here just luckily cooled down. It was been raining the last few days. Yesterday was such a massive thunderstorm. Luckily, it's a bit colder now. Okay, it's not raining. Let's see the grid. There's someone missing in P1 actually. Where's Sonny?
It's Sony. Where is Sony?
Why?
He's loaded in on the thing. I did it right. So don't be getting at me.
There's just a car in general missing there, and also in the middle of the track.
Whoa, this is gonna be a long race. Woo. Well, all being well, we got there in the end. Hopefully the grid is in the correct order.
I hope so too.
I really hope so, because that's the first time I've had to do a custom grid, so apologies in advance. But we have to get this on the road.
We're waiting for
As
players.
soon as I say that, everyone is loading. Are we going to get a Hanoi race?
Maybe.
Because I know it's bugged with a safety car. And I have heard boys saying that it's bugged. And they're loading a second time.
Okay. Bija is ready. I think this is where they're selecting strategy and everything. So I think we should be going ahead. Hopefully, I don't want to jinx it.
Yeah.
Sonny and Bija ready. Sonny is on the grid now. Owen is on the grid as well. He was missing. I cross my fingers. We don't have to restart the lobby again.
If we have to restart it, then someone else can do it. Because no money joke. Here goes. Here goes, boys.
Okay. Everyone's ready.
That's
So
it. We've got the grid order. I think it's correct. Yes, that is the correct order. I'm looking down, and we are underway. After a delayed start, we are underway, people. So thank you for your patience. What is that, 25 odd people watching?
yeah,
Thank you
thanks a
very
lot.
much. As Triton says, finalement. Or in French, finalement. Isn't that right, Kitty? Finalement.
In Italian, it's finalmente. I know that.
Finalmente.
Fun fact, I don't know if you know this, Tipsy. I am fluent in Italian.
Oh.
Yeah. Living in a bilingual zone near Italy really does help out.
So what is box now in Italian?
Just box now, box now. I mean, I think you'd say like
It's
na-
easy.
no. I mean now you'd say now as adesso, but no one says that. I mean just saying box now is just super. I mean much easier.
Box adesso.
Yeah.
That sounds much cooler though. Box adesso.
Yeah, but no one says that.
What are we
Do it.
getting in chat here? Box pronto. Box ora. Box ora.
Oh, box aura. Aura could also work. Yeah, aura also. means
See,
that.
Sonics, you're a fake Italian. We have Fox in chat, or sorry, not Fox. Who's that? Federvara.
Yeah, he's better than me.
He
He's
knows
better.
his stuff.
You know, he knows better. Maybe just let's pretend I never said I'm fluent in Italian. Let's just look at him for any Italian translations we need from now on. I think it's better like that, so I don't say anything wrong.
Wait, people are saying that Chief is in the last place, but I was told Chief was last. Chief will
No,
forgive me.
he was P19, and Mario was P20.
Oh, so Chief was in front of Mario then?
Yes,
Oh no! Of all the people,
of all
Oh.
the people.
all the people that I could get wrong. Well, sorry, Sonics could get wrong. I'm only taking your lead, but still, it's my good man, Chief. He is going to be dropping in my door, knocking on my door, saying, "What the? You know what?" And I mean, I have just moved him from a potential winning position to certain no
Yeah.
points. And Max has left. Max
Oh,
has left
no.
the session.
And Born Wolf forgot to load his setup as well. As the 5 lights are going out here, we're gonna see the start of this messy Vietnam Grand Prix. There's a yellow flag already. Lights out. And
What's going on? There's only one car moving for me. and they're
Max is the
all
one that left the session as well, so he did get
Oh.
he crashed, but I think his AI got the lights out before every other driver on the grid. As Owen gets actually into P2 on the grid, Sony actually dropping places. The two Haas's side by side. Ace Boy kind of sticking his nose in almost, keeping it clean through the first few corners. Did Legloff actually hit the wall a tiny bit? Damage is still reduced, so he's not going to take too much damage through there.
Yeah, but Owen did get the jump on Sony there, so
And actually, Legloff side by side with Sony. Oh, and they touch. Legloff.
yeah. And then Danny cuts across. He should get away with that.
Aceboy still on the inside as well. So Aceboy might actually get another position here. Yeah, he does get in front. After the first runabout, Aceboy is in P4. P5. My bad.
It's absolute, not disaster, but Carney's going on in the back here. These guys are really fighting for positions on this very difficult track. Up ahead, what have we got up ahead? We have Neon Rays.
Neon Rays is really close. Almost side by side. He's going to go for a move into the hairpin.
Oh, it's going to be really tight. Oh, and he gets caught by Aceboy.
Joel actually hit him in the back a bit there into that braking zone. Leglov's just dropping places on the start.
And then Joel runs very, very wide and just avoids that.
Ooh, and there's a yellow flag.
Yellow in second three.
Ooh, that's Ocean Chief. No,
it's not.
Wojomir spun. My bad. And there's another spin in front of him. DJ Mario spun and lost a bit of his front wing as well. So the lead pitting. Neon Ray is actually going into the pits, and look at he actually went to P2 for a second going into the pits. So that is the glitch. And there's another yellow flag. So
Daka loses at the rear at the back, and he ends up hitting Bijuluk. Who does that? Yes, he hits Bijuluk, but I think Bijuluk got away with that one. So these guys are really struggling on this track, like you said, Sonics. This traction zone, and then Kebab just taps the rear end of Born Wolf, almost sends rear Born Wolf into a spin, but he grabs it nicely.
Yeah,
And
Aceboy
it almost
actually.
looks like a lot of these. Yeah.
Aceboy is really close on the back of Danny here. The thing with this track is overtake is gonna be super easy to burn out because of those two straights. And the straights are so long, the slipstream is gonna play an effect. Oh, and actually, is Leglov going for a move on Aceboy here? They're really close to each other, and then my voice is just cracking all over the place. Leglov.
But yeah, for me, the intervals are all messed up, so I cannot call in terms of whom is where. But,
Leglov actually gonna go on the inside. He's gonna go for a send.
We got yellow on sector 2, and that's Mario.
Mario
He
the
got-
spun. And Leglov
yeah,
got
proper side.
yeah, good overtake though from him. Aceboy
so
saw
there's
him come.
Sorry, Sonics. There's action happening all over the place.
yeah.
It's hard to catch it all, but they are starting to separate out now nicely. So that initial first 2 laps was a little bit hectic there to try and cover it all.
It was.
It's just the nature of this track. It seems these fast, like sweeping lefts and rights. It's like really difficult to try and pass. And then, of course, if someone does go for it, it's a high risk of. Oh, we get a yellow in sector 3, and it is. I think it's just Mario. Mario's really struggling here. As Bijuluk really gets sideways there, clipping that outside wall. And yeah,
Danny
so
really close to Sonny as well here.
Right enough, yes.
So he might
So
be going
Sonny-
for a move as well.
Yeah, and he has DRS. DRS is flicked open, and he's going for it. He picks his side. He picks the left-hand side. Whereabouts is he on track? And that is not necessarily the best place to go. Yeah, he's gonna. Oh, that was a high potential for catching the rear end of the Ferrari, but they somehow are getting round.
They're still side by side. Danny's actually going to have the inside line here coming for the next hairpin. He actually gets in front of him before the straight, but Sonny's going to be the one behind in the slipstream now, so I think he's going to put a fight back into the hairpin. He actually switches back to the inside now with DRS, so he should get the move done before the actual hairpin. I think after the hairpin, Sonny should be in front, but Leglov behind as well with DRS. He goes on the inside of Danny, and he gets the job. Ooh, he goes really
my
deep.
Goodness. That was going to be an absolute carnage if they had a contact. Yellow in sector 1 and 2. That will be Leglov, I assume. No, it's Wojomir is still struggling at the back there. But you know what? Leglov 5-second time penalty. No, that's not going to help his race at all.
Or exceeding
But
track limits. I think that's because he
Yeah.
went wide there. I don't know what that was for.
But I tell you one guy, this is he's lapping this up is the McLaren of Mr. Owen.
Yeah,
he is. I said before that he's very quick in amongst the cars, impatient to say the least. But when he gets out in front, I can't see any of these guys catching him. He definitely has the pace in them. I know something got pulled, but Owen is a rapid guy over a complete race distance. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him run away with this.
Yeah, he was. Oh, actually, there's two. The Red Bulls fighting into turn 1 on the main straight. Yeah, Litosi gets the job done. Owen was the driver that got P3 in Australia because of penalties, and then got unlucky in Bahrain. He was our bet to win the Bahrain race, so maybe he's gonna
Yeah, Danny's going down the inside of Sony and he gets the move done. So this is
Really
going to
nice
be
camera
a
angle.
repeat. This is going to be a repeat of their last battle. But I was, you might have heard me chuckling there, Stanix, but it was what Mr. Terra Incognito was saying. He was saying, "There's a corner there, Leglav."
Yeah, there was. I don't think he saw the track map yet.
Yeah, I think yeah.
Sonny and
I think he
Aceboy
missed that
both with
one.
DRS here. Sonny
Yeah,
gonna go
but-
for a move? No, he just sticks behind. He's waiting for his time.
Right enough, what you said, Sonic, was, oh, Danny gets really sideways on the par, and now Sony's gonna say thank you very much, and he slots straight in there. So
Yeah, but Danny
oh, and then Sony
almost.
gets a bit, yeah, then Sony got sideways on a bit twitchy on the traction there. So I wouldn't be surprised seeing this battle go on for a few more laps
Well, this is
until
going on.
disaster strikes.
Well, this is going on.
Yes.
Owen is just pulling away, but also look at that. Aceboy, 94 ERS, while Danny and Sonny both on 20 or lower.
Yeah, well, it's like you said, man. You know, they're gonna burn out their their overtake, as Danny is having a little. Oh no! What's happened here again? What happened?
Yeah, Danny,
that's
Danny's
alright.
still side by side. He's fighting for this position. He wants to be in front, but I think it's smarter to
Just give it 2
stay.
seconds?
Yeah, I think it's smarter if he stays back. He's gonna have the DRS anyway, so just wait a bit, bide his time, go in front. Owen is just pulling away with this. There's a yellow flag, so DJ Mario spun once more as Danny's actually gonna go for a move into the second hairpin, and there's a bit of ghosting. They're still side by side, really clean from both of them. Danny on the outside now, he might get a better run, switches back to the inside for the second straight. After the runabout, he will have DRS as Aceboy and the back of them both. Aceboy might actually get both of these positions after the straight. He's got a lot more ERS than both of them, side by side with Danny. Sonny in front, just no DRS. Aceboy in front, pulls away. Danny as well. Both of them get past Sonny here. So Sonny just loses 2 places on that straight. The ERS.
Yeah, and there's quite a battle going on behind that as well, as we have almost three cars battling here, going past Leglav, Tozzy, and Bedgelig, all fighting. Oh, and then Tozzy stands it very late. Oh, it's really didn't. He just drives Bedgelig right into the wall.
And Leglov just gets everything back.
Yeah, he gets it all back again. So, yeah, these guys kind of getting. Oh, these braking zones are they're really struggling, and Latozzi's really struggling now here, and he's kind of being kind of like a brick wall in front of these guys,
Yeah.
trying to get past them. He's really struggling for the traction, and yeah. So look, that happens to the best of us. You're getting stuck into a fight, and you're just focusing on getting past this guy, and then you just realize you completely missed the brake zone, or as Mr. Legloff completely forgets there's a corner, as we
Yeah.
said previously.
The Manon picks up a 5-second time penalty into the pits. This is it. This track is there's gonna be such a massive DRS train if people stay close to each other. But
Yes.
instead of fighting, they should be pulling themselves closer to Owen, because while they're doing that, look at that, a 5-second gap already almost
Yeah.
to P2. So Owen, as it is now, he doesn't have a penalty. So I guess in a couple of laps, you could check the things. Skeba picks up a 3-second time penalty. So Danny will have DRS onto Aceboy now, but he
And
won't have the
Kebab
ERS.
has lost it. Kebab has lost it. He seemed to lose drive almost for a second there. And he gets out of the way as Leglaff strolls on
Danny actually
past.
goes on
So
the
yeah,
inside.
these
They
guys-
almost touch wheels on the inside of the hairpin. And Danny is in front for now, but Aceboy might fight back. No, he stays behind. So I think the hairpin is going to be where everyone is going to be making those moves today. Aceboy really close behind as well.
Yeah, like you said, but Ace Boy's doing a good job here managing his ERS, because
Yeah,
he's
he
still
is.
got quite a lot of battery here, and this seems to be the way this is going to be playing out. The guy that uses his battery wisely. I'm kind of a bit too conservative with my battery, and I'm kind of caught out all the time. But yeah, as you said, Sanix, it's going to be this hairpin is where all these battles are going to happen. But just look at Mr. Owen, 5 seconds.
And he's
behind.
also doing good on ERS as well. He's not like burning through it. I think
Yeah.
with the ERS, it's like burn the 50% at the start of the race, and then kind of if you stay around 50 for like the rest of the race, and then in the last few laps, you burn through everything else just to push to the end. I think that's the best route to take. At least that's why I take with little to almost no knowledge about how to properly use the ERS. So
Joel pitting for the hard, so that I suppose that will be his final pit, and he's going all the way.
Look at this battle for P9 actually. There's like 5 cars, all the way from Kebab to Neon Rays. All of them close to each other, all of them gonna have DRS.
Oh, and Pixel gets really sideways, and oh, excuse me, and he spins the car. Someone yeeted into the pit lane, says Danny. I missed that. But yeah, what you said earlier, Stanix, about these guys, you know, you were struggling.
Ooh, actually, Bornwolf hit the wall. He lost his front wing there. Not lost it fully, but he did damage the end plate.
Danny, sorry, lost it on the traction zone, and Ace Boy just slips right on past him. So I think P1, unless there's a disaster happens for Owen, P1 is as this early stage seems to be reasonably comfortably wrapped up.
Ooh, Litozzi actually gets the move done on
happen.
Kebab. Kebab's losing on traction, sorry for interrupting it. This is
That's
just
alright.
a massive battle going into those few corners. Just so close, all of them together. But I think we're going to see Bornwolf pitting this lap, and that's really unlucky for him. But look at this. They're pushing each other through those corners, through the S's. The walls are so tight. One mistake, and they're just going to end up in the wall and break their wing even more. As Bish is actually on the outside of Bornwolf. He's just yielding the positions. And Bornwolf actually touches with Neon Rays and spins. And hits the wall again. Ah, really unlucky for Bornwolf there.
Yeah.
Neon Rays actually goes into the pits as well, yeah. So
as Tara did mention that these guys are going to crash. I'm not sure if he meant those three, but crash they did indeed. Danny was able to keep up there with Ace Boy for a while, and now he's really starting to drop back, although he does have the benefit of DRS.
yeah, so this is a soft to hard track, so those softs should be falling off around now. And Bornwolf was trying to go for a soft medium or a medium something.
Sorry, Danny just massively smacks the wall. I would be surprised if he doesn't pick up damage, as Wojamir has left the session. I think he is called it quits. It doesn't look to be the most fun track, I will admit. Me personally, I don't think I'm going to enjoy this at all.
Yeah,
But,
it's just easy to lose it. 50%
So
in lap 7.
yeah, game never. 50% lap 7. So yeah. As you said, man, they will be approaching the end of these. So these guys in the mediums, I would imagine they're probably going to be going medium to soft. Because
Yeah,
I
definitely.
suppose going medium hard would be a little bit brain dead, but okay.
So Danny is falling off the back of Ace, but he actually made mistakes. Sonny was a bit further back, so Sonny's now gaining back the DRS. He's still 1.3, but it's a tiny bit more. He's so close to it. If he gets it, it's gonna be such a pull for him, and he's gonna get back in the mix there for that P2. But as it is now, Sonny's just managing that ERS perfectly.
Yeah, Neon Rays getting really up close and personal to Dumanon there. On those fresh softs, it's not real much point fighting him because he will be pretty rapid on those fresh slicks. And yeah, Sony up to P4, so
Really well done from Sony. Ocean Chief also gained quite a few positions from the start. He started in P19, he's now in P12.
yes. Mr. Chief, as I said, a wildly old horse. He will just be managing his race and letting carnage happen all around.
Also, let's keep in mind you kind of messed up his starting position as well, yeah?
Uh,
Oh, as actually someone hits the wall there. Dominon hits the wall on the last corner. He completely breaks his front wing. His right side is just gone. That's really
yes,
bad from him.
Don't think that I didn't get that. You know, I heard what you said. I did not mess up his time. It was, in fact, I believe, you that told me he was last.
I said he was P19, and to be honest,
Yes.
you did put him on P19, but,
P19.
but you didn't ask who was P20.
So, there you go.
We can split
Only two.
the blame 50-50. I think that's the best we can do there.
Look. You said to me that Chief was P19 and he started P19. Okay? I have done my job. Alright?
Okay, fair enough. Actually, Max and Joel really close. Joel goes in the inside there. Max is still ghosted. Is he even back in the session? I'm not sure.
No, I don't think he's back. Let me just check. Yeah, Max is still ghosted. He is no longer with us. Rest in peace, Mr. Max.
So his AI got that phenomenal start, but Max just never came back. So, unlucky. Owen got past DJ Mario now.
Yeah, Latozzi is into the pits on lap. What's that? Lap 10 now.
Lap 10, yeah.
Is that a little bit early in the on mediums? I thought you could maybe run them a little bit more. If you can get, lap what 50%, you'd be pitting around about what lap 9 on the
Lap
softs
10, lap 11.
roughly.
Like this
Oh, is
track
that
is roughly same distance as Bahrain, so maybe some similar strats as well.
Yes.
Look at the gap though. Owen kind of losing out to Aceboy now.
Yeah. Oh,
It's-
as you said, the Ace Boy is starting to chop away on that as Dominon left the server as well. Yeah, Ace Boy is starting to eat away at that lead that Mr. Owen has got. It could be a case of Owen trying to manage these softs, but I don't know. I've said before, Ace Boy is not one you want to discount in these races because he has pace in him. We see that in the qualifying. In the races is where I think it really shows for Ace Boy. He's just got this consistency that he can just bang in these lap times, lap after lap. So, and as Danny does say,
Owen actually goes into the
Williams with
pits.
the fastest lap.
Yeah, Owen goes into the pits here as well. Danny picks up a 3-second time penalty though. It's not really good for Danny as he pits as well. Also, if you look at that, Gurla is in a really good spot now. He gained 5 positions from the start, and Aceboy stays out for another lap. So Aceboy now in the lead of the race. So if this overcut is gonna work, he might gain that 4 seconds back. Actually, all he needs is 3, so to get in that DRS range. So he's really hoping for this overcut to work, or for Owen to make a mistake in the pits, or out of the pits.
Yeah. And so far, these guys up front have not had any penalties other than leg laps. So, as it stands, where they finish on track is where they will be because there is no penalties to report for Aceboy, Sony, or Owen or Gurla for that matter.
Gurla really good in P3 right now, and he's actually on the back of Sony. He's gonna have DRS. So I think by the end of the straight, he might actually be going for a move into the hairpin. So really well managed from Gurla so far. Actually 4 seconds off Sony. 5 now. He is falling back though off of Sony, but look at Gurla's ERS. He's at 80 still. It's really well done. Aceboy at 59.
Yeah, and Gurla is squeezing up onto the gearbox here of Sony. So, excuse me. Let's see how he gets on. Where is the battery like? So yeah, Sony is pretty much.
Danny actually going on the outside of Kebab into the hairpin. I mean inside, my bad, but he does get the job done. He is on those fresh hards compared to those mediums. I mean soft. Kebab's really struggling on traction now, so Bijou look on those mediums. Those mediums also kind of coming towards the end of their life, I would say, but those softs are completely gone at this point in the race. So Bijou's just gonna be all over the back of him in the S's here.
Oh, Bijou, my goodness, he really did a good job of catching that one. That was good night, sweethearts. For a split second there, he was going
Neon
straight
Race and
for that
Pixel
wall.
side by side as well. Pixel goes deep, and Neon Race just picks up the position after that. And actually, Litozzi almost profited off of that one as well. It's so easy to lose it in the S's, especially on low grip. You go so fast through the corners, yeah. So it's fun to see the drivers actually struggle a bit.
Yeah, well, just thinking as who was that? That was Owen. Owen had quite a chop there on that wall. Hopefully, he didn't get any damage.
What is the gap? 12 seconds between Owen and Aceboy. Is that how long the pit takes?
Yeah, that is quite a significant gap. Where did that come from? So I'm guessing that was probably the pits.
Yeah, but yeah, Owen pitted and Aceboy didn't. But 12 seconds is 16. Okay, yeah, I thought they were close on track. There was a 4-second gap here, but
yeah, oh yes, that's right.
yeah, that's my bad. Aceboy actually completing his lap. I would say Aceboy's gonna go into the pits this lap. I don't think those soft tires have any life left in them, but if he's managing those tires as he's managing his ERS, then I might be wrong.
So Sony slipping past Kebab. Kebab is, for me, it shows he's on 0 laps.
Yeah, that's just the spectator thing. And Sonny is on 11 lap mediums, which also is not true, so I don't think we're gonna have proper tire lives on this race, sadly.
Yeah, so it's a bit difficult to call in terms of how they're getting on, but Kebab definitely looks like he's really struggling on these softs. I don't know if he's pitted.
Aceboy goes into the pits and there's
Yeah, Joel with a 3-second time penalty. Who was that yellow for? I'm not really sure. So yeah, Ice Boy into the pits.
Leg
That
lock on
gives
the back
Owen
of
back
Pixel as well.
his. Where is leg left? Oh, the penalties are starting to fly in now. 3 seconds for Mr. Pixel.
So Aceboy actually gets out in front of Danny. Aceboy went on the medium, so he's going for that soft medium. But look at the gap. He actually lost almost 2 seconds by pitting that late to Owen.
Yeah, Leglaff looking up the inside of Pixel. A little bit of a contact. How much of contact was there? Oh,
Ooh, and the car of
they
Kip-
getting sideways. Pixel and
Ooh,
Leglaff
yeah.
are fighting. And yeah, Pixel came off the worst there.
Yeah, he actually damaged his front
And
wing
I'm
as
sure,
well.
yeah, I'm sure there will be a few spoken words in that helmet right now. The red mist will be in Mr. Pixel's eyes. That,
Aceboy actually got past Danny now on the straight with DRS, so Aceboy gets that move done quite easy.
Yes, and a gamer never does make a good point that he's surprised there's no DNFs yet, and I have to say, I am too.
There is no DNFs, but keep in mind, Wojimir did leave the session.
Yes, so did Dominon.
Yeah, and
But
so
then-
did Max. Actually, Max, let's see if he rejoined. I didn't see a message pop up, but no, he's still ghosted. So Max also not in the session. Yeah, that is it now. But considering, I mean, talking about that accident between Pixel, Kebab, and Legloff, Pixel actually loses it as well on traction out of the hairpin, breaking his front wing even more. So now he's gonna limp to the pits through the S section. So he's gonna lose a lot of time through there, since that's where the front wing really comes into play. Anyways, talking about that incident, don't do
Just reading
anything on
Paris
track for
comments.
this couple of seconds while I talk about this. Both Legloff and Pixel were fighting, and Kebab was just coming out of the pits, so he was there on the outside. So going side by side, they were almost 3 wide into that turn 2 or turn 3, I don't know what it is, basically that first runabout. So I think that's what caused the accident to happen. Just like Kebab coming out of the pits.
Well, I'll tell you, we are in for a, excuse me, we are in for a little battle coming up here, as Danny is closing in on Ace Boys, although of course he is on those hards.
He lost quite. He was in front of Aceboy though.
Oh, I'm saying that.
is pulling. Aceboy's pulling close to Owen. Aceboy actually
Yeah.
went past Danny. Danny was in front, so Danny's actually
Yeah,
losing
but-
time to him.
He was actually closing up on there as well, when I said it. But yeah, like you said, he is starting to lose the time here. So
Joel
let's
leaves
see
the
how this
session as
goes,
well.
Mr.
Joel
Chad.
retires.
Mr. Tire does.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
yeah,
retired in the
picked
pits.
up quite a few penalties there. Tire did say there's going to be an interesting, might be a fun finish with the Ace Boy getting on the medium. So yeah, not long to go. Let's see how they get on.
See down the grid. Kebab is actually still super close to Legloff here. Legloff in front of him. Kebab is on those medium tires, so he's gonna have a lot more traction in this next few laps. So I think he's gonna go in front, but towards the end of the race, I think Legloff is gonna find back. Legloff lost quite a few positions from the start. As there's this yellow flag in sector 1, I think that's the AlphaTauri of DJ
It's,
Mario spinning.
DJ Mario, yeah. DJ Mario is not enjoying his time in Hanoi. That is for sure.
I think quite a lot of drivers are not enjoying it, but I think Owen is enjoying it quite a lot. But if he looks at that delta, I think his honeymoon period is gonna come to an end quite soon when Azu is gonna catch up to the back of him, get that DRS. So it's gonna be quite interesting. As there's another yellow flag of DJ Mario spinning once more. He's doing donuts almost,
Well,
warming up those medium tires.
what's Mario? Yeah. So Mr. Tire does send chat now. Of course, forgive me for reading the chat because I'm sure people watching they can see the chat anyway. But I like to read. Okay? Mr. Tire said he was talking to Cody. Anyone who's not familiar, that would be some idiot, an absolute Chad. Was
Biggest.
saying that the mediums were, and I quote, a lot faster than the hards. Not just a lot, they were a lot faster.
They were,
Have to
but
yes.
But as I was talking to Idiot yesterday, I remember him saying that the soft hard is a definite and the soft medium is risky. So it's like a 50-50, you know, you want to risk it to get to the end, but be a lot faster, or do you definitely want to finish the end but lose a lot of time to the guy risking it?
Yes.
Owen and Danny both took the safe approach. Also, don't forget, Danny has a penalty, so as it is now, Sonny is P3. Neon Ray's actually here on the back of BJ as well, coming onto the men's straight, going through the ghosted car of Wojamir. He's got DRS onto BJ here, so Neon Rays will be going for a move. No, he decides to back off out of turn 1. Into the roundabout, behind.
Now, they're requesting 3 more DNFs. Now, it's not for me to wish ill on anyone, but you know the chat is calling for it, guys. This is tier 3. There is a Thunderdome up for grabs here.
Yeah, but there's no
Reputation.
safety car. What's the point of DNS with no safety car? Neon Rays actually pulls on the outside with DRS. Gets the job done. An easy move. Down the first DRS. Actually, second DRS. Is it first? I mean, main straight. So, like, first non-main straight DRS zone.
Well, hang on a minute. We're on board with Kebab.
Yeah, he is.
Legloff's getting really sideways. Kebab is lurking here. He hasn't deployed overtake just yet. He has now. And here we go. He's going to sweep past Legloff and take P9.
And he also
Will
gets
Legloff-
DRS. Because he
Yes,
was
he has
behind.
the DRS.
So that was
The question is, Mr. Sonics, is Legloff going to make the corner? And he does.
outstanding
Just
move by
about.
Legloff there, making the
Well
corner.
done, Legloff. Making the corner. What I would like to ask the chat, forgive me for going off.
Yeah,
the
you're
race
gonna
for a
ask
moment,
if they had a kebab in their life, considering I just saw kids say she
No.
never had one as well.
No, oh, it's Kitty. Kitty, have you never had a kebab? Kitty? Kitty? Kitty?
No.
Why do women just don't? Women just don't listen.
Also,
just-
Bijalook
it's
just
just the
spit.
way it is.
Bijalook just spit, so he is gonna go into softs, I would say now, for the last few laps. As Aceboy and Danny, look at them, how close they are actually. Owen moves twice almost under braking, covers Aceboy off from not going to the corner. I'd say that wasn't nice from Owen.
Yes, here we go. As Mr. Tire predicted, this is going to be an interesting finish with Ace Boy on the mediums. And yeah, we're kind of seeing this now from Ace Boy as what we were said before, or we were told before. The mediums do indeed look a lot faster than the hards as he is swooping past Owen to take the lead of the Hanoi Grand Prix for Tier 3 into SRL. And there we go. Question is Owen going to be able to do anything about it? There's, what, 10 laps to go? And, you know, I had him tipped to run away with this, but I didn't know that these mediums were so much faster. So,
Also,
No.
I mean, just complete hats off to Aceboy here. Look at his ERS, just perfectly managed. Throughout the whole of the race, still at 60% as Owen is like at 30. I remember. He's really low. Sonny actually on the back of Danny. Still as well. I mean, still on the back with those mediums. Sonny not having that easy of a time getting past Danny. As Aceboy did getting past Owen. Look at that gap. Almost a whole second already. So Owen's not going to have DRS onto the second straight if it keeps on going like this.
yeah, Owen already dropped out of DRS. So, this is looking like, well, yeah, it is looking like it's going to be a fantastic clinch from Ace Boy.
So Danny
And,
made a mistake. Sonny lost DRS onto him, but Gerla is now on the back of Sonny as well. So Gerla, a really good race from him.
Yeah, again, Mr. Tara is out spitting the facts. I know he was quite a distance away whenever he came out of the pits, and he has caught him reasonably quick. So, based on that, it kind of does confirm what was said in chat. These mediums are incredibly much.
Ooh, look at this.
incredibly
Gerla got such a
faster.
really good exit out of that corner. Sonny struggling on traction a bit.
Yeah.
But Gerla with no ERS now, if you remember, like just a couple of laps ago, I mean, 5 to 7, give or take. Gerla was like 90 ERS, and now he's barely on any left. He's running on fumes. As Sonny gets the switchback in the hairpin, as Gerla almost loses it on the traction as well. So those are also going to be fighting down to the line. But while they're doing it, Danny's pulling away, and he does need that since he does have a 3-second time penalty.
Mm-hmm. Can I point out something that is being picked up on chat, and it is something that I have complained about, but Codemasters, could you please do something about these tire deltas, whatever, lap time life, whatever you want to call it? How can someone be on 23 lap mediums when we're only on lap 19? Come on, guys. Get it patched, please.
I think these guys did a couple of formation laps just warming up because you see they're mostly harder tires, so you know just got more heat into them. You know, just a couple more laps.
Mhm. No. Oh, and the wife has arrived with a glass of orange juice. Thank you very much, ma chérie. Merci beaucoup.
Still
I
on the
am just
back of Sonic
vibing here, guys.
Yeah, I'm vibing as well. My voice is a bit, my throat is a bit like sore. from
Well, we
before.
all know why that is.
We all
Alex,
know,
don't we?
yes.
We all know.
Leg
In
love.
case anyone who doesn't know, we were indulging in other activities which inquired us to shout very aggressively.
It didn't inquire us to
We will
shout, but
just
we
leave
still
it
did
there.
it. Neon Race here
Wow.
on the back of Shaka. Actually, he might be going for a move. Actually, no, stays in the back. Then again, it didn't require us. We chose to do it. But it did add a lot of entertainment
Do you know
value.
what? Do you know what? Do you know what? It didn't require us to do it. It incensed us to do it. And you know what? We're not even going to talk about what it is. We're just going to leave the mystery there. But people know. The people who know, they know. As Neon Rez is lining up Shaka here. He goes
Yeah,
to the
leg love
outside.
as well. Leg love goes on the outside of the hairpin on Kebab for P6.
And Shaka's going to get caught out here. Is he going to maybe overshoot it? And he does overshoot it, but he manages to get on the brakes just enough to avoid Latozzi. And
Neon
he
Race.
loses out.
Still, yeah.
Yeah, so Neon Rez does indeed get that position off Shaka. And what I'm seeing from this race is that, you know, if the guy on the inside has got the run on you, you know, it's too risky to try and get him on the brakes on the inside on the hairpin. As Neon Rez is Latozzi must have thought he was playing Mario Kart and going off the shortcut. My goodness, did you see that? Oh no, what am I talking about? Sorry, I am talking absolute boulder dash. She was going into the pits. Forgive me.
I was on board. I was just watching Neon Race and I just Litozzi disappear from the screen. I
Yeah.
generally thought he went into a wall or something, but he
It's like you
didn't.
ever see in Mario Kart when you see some guy just yeeting off track and he's actually taking a shortcut. That's what I thought he was doing.
Neon
Yeah,
Race
throwing
now
the
on the back of Kebab as well. Those soft tires really fast, really rapid at this pace, at this part of the race.
So 8 laps to go, and AS Boy has got himself a reasonably comfortable lead over Owen here on those 25 lap mediums on 20 laps.
Unbelievable from Ace. Can manage his ERS, can
mean-
manage his mediums for whole 25 laps in a 20
I mean,
lap race. As Neon
That's
Race
just-
just with overtake and DRS just gets an easy.
But
Actually,
you
not that
see-
easy. Kebab's fighting back. Does have the
do you know
inside
why?
line. Yeah,
Do you know why Ace Boy is able to do that, Sonics?
tell me.
I'll tell you why. He is what we call a generational talent. That's what we call it.
Okay, elaborate further for anyone who doesn't know what a
That's
generational.
all I need to say.
What
He
is a
genera-
generational talent? As me, as a non-native English speaker, elaborate. I have no clue what you're talking about.
You know, it doesn't even require native English speaker. I think he actually requires 2 SRL chats. He is a generational talent. And you know what? I don't even know what it means either. It's just something the boys say, so I just go along with it. You know? Like the sheep I am. If Triton or someone in watching chat, if they can fill us in. Because he's good at filling holes in, as we already established.
Look at this Neon Rays on the back of leg laugh as well. I'm just ignoring what you're
Uh,
saying at this point. Neon Rays is just
yes,
on a charge to the field.
Yeah, that's what most people do after a while. Yes, I'm used to that.
You know, watch out, maybe you're gonna get on my bad foot. You know, there were some empty threats from you at the start of the race.
Let's get it on, Sonic! Let's get it on!
Neon Rays, was he weaving a bit down that straight? I'm not sure. Maybe just warming up those soft tires. Who knows?
Am I making you crumble, Sonics?
Yes,
Am I making
definitely.
you-
Neon Rays on the
It's
inside.
working.
He actually gets the move
It's
done.
working!
Oh no.
You-
As
he was,
Gitsun said,
ladies
at
and gentlemen, he was a hard nut to crack, but we got there in the end. 21 laps it took, but we've got him.
You know, if we didn't have the lobby crash, I would be
Yeah.
fine. It is the lobby crash, and I think you had something to do with it. I'm just gonna say that now.
Hold on. Are you blaming me? Are you claiming that I sabotaged a 2SRL EGL race?
I don't know. You
dare
did want
you
to crack
suggest
me
that?
from what you're saying now, so you know.
Look, there are many ways to make a man crack, and that may be one of them. But in no way did I make that intentional. I would never do such a thing. In fact, I have
Oh,
never done it.
Litosi on the back of Shaq almost rams into him. So I'm reading chat.
Forgive,
Eskitsu said.
Yes, I would like to forgive the people who are, if there is anyone watching who's left, the lack of professionalism coming from me and Sonics. But as Chief would often say, it is what it is.
Yeah, those are words to live by, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but you know, the guys are all kind of just running, you know, quite
their own
quite a
pace.
gap between it. Yeah, quite a gap going on here. It's hard to really.
Sonny on the
see
back
any
of Danny,
battles
but he
going on.
does have no overtake, so I don't think it's gonna be
Yeah.
quite hard for him to get the move done.
Although he is pulling him in with the DRS, is he gonna go for a lit dive? No, he
No,
doesn't.
stays in the back.
Wise choice, Mr. Sony.
The one has can
You
do
need
the
to charge
corner.
that battery.
Ooh, and he actually almost loses it there on corner exit. Just loses the whole second to Danny there.
Can we get a massive kudos, or not kudos? What would you get? A big massive top. If you can get a top on this chat, get a top to Danny Segust. He is bang on. Professionalism is boring. You know, you don't want to be the same. You don't want to just sheep, just
Ooh.
sounding all the same.
Kebab blocks up.
Variety is the spice of life, Mr. Sonics. Because take that from somewhere. Variety is the spice of life.
Okay, Tipsy, look, I don't want to be rude, but
Yeah,
there are some
hang on a
people
minute,
on soft
hang on a
tires.
minute, Hang on a minute. Whatever you say, I don't want to be rude, but that means you're just about to be rude. So give me your rudeness. I will take the full force of your rudeness. Hit it.
Shut up. No, don't, please. I don't want to be alone. I've experienced that. I don't want to do it again.
Shut up. Do you want to see what it's like when I shut up?
No, don't. But there are quite a few moves happening here on the soft tires. So, you know, it just... like, Kebab almost died there, locking up fully into the hairpin as Bijay got in front.
Well, why are you laughing about that, Sonic? That is not funny. You are making light of other people's misfortune.
I am being professional. You know, in every bad thing, you know, look, Tipsy, look, you gotta stay positive, right? You know, so in every bad thing that happens, you gotta see the good thing in it. You know, so him locking up and almost hitting the wall, you know, that's pretty bad. But at the end of the day,
it's Mr. Stanix. I realize that there's a race going on, but I am really intrigued how you can figure out what positive there is for someone locking up and hitting a concrete wall.
Oh,
Where
I'll
is the
tell you
positive in
exactly
that?
what positive he is. He is racing in the 2SRL Tier 3, so you know that is quite a positive.
That's not answering my question, but I'll let it slide, and I'll pick it up later. I'm being told off in chat by my wife saying, "Stop annoying Sonic." I'll leave you.
Okay, no, kid, no, he's not annoying me. So, he's not annoying
He's
at all.
infuriating him. That's
Exactly, that's the word. I didn't have the word. He's infuriating, getting on my nerves.
See, yes, Danny. Danny's got the right idea. Keep going. But I will. Look, I'm gonna need you at some point, maybe another tier race. So I will. I need to see. I need to keep some of the abuse for Timo.
Oh yeah, true. That is true. I feel like I've been dishing out some of the abuse today as well. So, you know, who knows?
No.
No?
I'm
Should
sure
I
you'll
do
be-
better next time for the abuse next week in Tier 3 if you're commentating again? I'll come prepared. I'll write a whole list down.
Yes.
Okay.
You need to come prepared with some put downs, and then you put me down live on stream and see how I react. Also, I think it's also worth pointing out that Kebab, Gurla, Sony, and Ace have got 34, 35 plus laps on a 24
I mean,
lap race.
Hats off to them. Anyone in chat. If you ever need to know how to manage your tires, I think they're the ones you need to message for help. Just phenomenal job from them.
Oh, we have a potential move on track. We're going to get a little bit of action here in Hanoi. P6, P8, sorry, forgive me. It's Bijalook is closing up here on the back of Leglaf. Leglaf is starting to really struggle on those hards. It says 11 laps. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, you can see.
I think those
Beach
are
Look is
spot on.
starting-
Those 11 laps. I think they're fine.
11. They're genuine. Okay, so Beach Look is squeezing up on the
Ooh,
back here
pushing
a
him
little
through.
bit. Yeah. Oh, and Leg Love gets really
Leg
sideways.
Love,
He
yeah.
nearly catches them out. Yeah, nearly catches them out. I believe they call that in is it touring cars shunting? I think. I'm sure. I know there's a few boys here that watches that. That kind of racing, and I think you do. That is a legitimate thing people do. It's called shunting, although it's not really ideal in Formula One, guys. It
Well,
kind of doesn't work.
As long as we don't see bump drafting down the straight and front wings flying around, that's fine. I
What?
think.
What did you just say? Bum drafting?
Bump drafting, yeah. wait,
Okay,
what?
yeah,
Did you understand something else?
Yeah, I don't really.
Okay,
Let's just abort that one. Move on. Danny does indeed. I said I am correct. It is indeed shunting. Yes, you see, I remember hearing that somewhere. But Mr. Stanix, would you stop messing about? We have a stream to concentrate on here.
Yes,
that is
sorry.
almost over. Yes.
This
Get
is
yourself-
completely my bad. I
Just
didn't
think
mess
that-
up Ocean Chief's position. That's all.
Yes, you completely did. And something I've always wanted to say on stream: pull yourself together, man. There we are.
I think you should say that to yourself. Maybe
I am. Listen, I
next
am
time
in full
before the
control.
race, maybe look into a mirror and say, "Tipsy, relax.
Hey,
Keep it
hey.
together, man."
Look, it was just Alex. It's too late to try and start fighting back now. I think you've been massacred at this one. Okay.
Look at Max AI
So-
still fighting in P13. So really well done by that.
Bijlook is still trying to catch Leg Left here. Ooh, bit of a
Weaving a
twist there.
bit, warming
What
up those
happened?
tires.
Yeah. 25, almost near the end. 25 laps is done.
As he
And,
leaves the session.
Oh! Is it the curse of the commentator? Not quite. But Bijlook has left the session, and I wonder, am I going to get a ping invite, please? We will see. But
It
that was the only real. Oh no, saying that, Max. Hang on, is Max going to overtake Chief? Hang on, wait. Are you watching this? Max's ghosted car is overtaking Chief. Please tell me that's not real.
Is Max in the game or not? Because I don't know.
Please tell
It
me
might
that's not
just
real.
his car just might be glitched, but
Please tell me that's not real, Mr. Chief. Please. Please tell me that's. Please tell me, Chief, did not get overtaken by a bot?
no, Max is definitely in the game. So looking back at the front, look at Ace with a 6-second gap on Owen. So I think, don't want to jinx it. Actually, I'm not going to jinx it. I'm not looking at the front two for the rest of the race.
Well,
Let's
I
add-
will attempt to jinx it. It looks like Ace Boy is going to win this race.
He's got it in the bag.
37. He has got it in the
Oh,
bag.
it's actually someone
Nothing-
spins. Oh, so Kebab is spun after the second runabout. Did he pick up any damage? He did. He broke his front wing. So really unlucky from Kebab. He's gonna have to pit.
To be serious for a moment, because I can't be serious, the odd time. It is quite revealing for anyone who isn't familiar with this track, and that would be me, of course. But I'm sure there's a few other guys watching, intrigued to see how the guys get on with their strategy. The pace these mediums do have on Hanoi is quite apparent. Over the hards, Owen is a very, very fast guy in this, and I initially thought that he was going to run away with it whenever he got out, in the front. Oh, excuse me. But as Tara pointed out, that bit of info from Cody, how faster these mediums are, and a lot was, almost an understatement. They really are a lot faster. So I guess anyone else who is watching and they've got any races upcoming, and it's going to be dry, try and get your strategy worked around these softs, these mediums, because as Sony picks himself up a 3-second time penalty, and he is 4 seconds from Gerla.
Yeah, and also Danny has a 3-second time penalty, so Sonny was on for a podium there in that position, but not anymore. So Danny is back in the podium position now that they both have a penalty. As Kebab goes into the pits with the broken front wing.
I wonder, is this boy gonna crawl across the line with 3 wheels? Like we've seen recently.
Maybe, who knows? Let's leave it till the end.
Oh, gentlemen, we have a lyric in chat. We have had a lyric in chat. I am really resisting it. I really am. Oh no, Danny, please, don't tap me. Almost. No, shh. I cannot put the people. Oh, don't, Sonic! Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah.
Don't do it. Don't do it, Tipsy. Come on, we got 2 more laps. We got 2 more laps. 2 more
I
laps.
hear her voice. Anyway, so Owen is. See what you do. Do not put that. Stop. I'm going to close my phones. Do not put in country road lyrics in the chat because I can't help but sing it.
So as
You know,
Aceboy started his last lap,
We're on the
Visha,
last lap.
Yeah.
Can I just point out why we're going to cover this last lap? Kitty, stop it. You can hear her chuckling away in the background. Mr. Chief and Mr. Wimpy, if you're watching back, I deeply apologize for the unprofessionalism of this Tier 3 race. It's all Sanex's fault.
me?
Meanwhile-
No.
Sanex, I'm trying to cover this here now. So, Ace Boy is Ace Boy is on 41 laps, and he is.
What about Sonny? He's on 43.
Yeah, but Ace Boy is gonna win.
Yeah, but Sonny's on 43. Imagine doing 43 laps, all laps on mediums, on a
Yes.
28 lap race. Unbelievable.
No, they're doing. Oh no, not come on, Barbie. Like, just
No,
focus on
it's
guys, focus
Tipsy.
on
Please
this.
relax.
More
Calm
about
down.
Sid,
Calm
but-
down. It's
Yeah,
okay.
Well, look. I'm gonna. Someone slapped me. We're almost at the. So I can't speak. Ace Boy is now on the final sector of Hanoi, and he is going to cross the line. Winner of Hanoi.
Wait, while
with
this is happening,
41 laps.
while
Yeah.
this is happening, Visha might be lining up a move on the last lap onto leg left. I can't talk anymore. No,
All right,
he's
don't
too
need to talk. I can do the talking for us. As Ace Boy is coming around the last corner and avoids the, and he crosses the line sideways and wins the. I just hit the bleeding microphone. Wins the Hanoi race of Tier 3 in 2 SRL. Owen comes in second. Danny in P3. He does have a penalty, but it'll be not enough for Sony to jump him. So Sony in P4 on 45 lap mediums. Girl crossing the line, P5 on track, but gets jumped by Neon Rez on penalties. Puts Neon Rez up
Look
to
at
P5.
Visha and Leglov fighting. Visha punted Leglov off a bit and got past him, but Leglov's still fighting back. They're going side by side till the very end. As Visha actually hits the wall, is Leglov gonna go for a move? Is he gonna get him? Oh! Leglov actually gets him!
He got him across the line.
What a-
Fantastic racing by these guys. Leglov comes in P7, Beach look P8. Where about Shaka? Shaka coming across the final corner here, crosses the line and slots it into P9.
And Litozzi is gonna be the last points position in P10. And here we
Litozzi
have
in-
the ghosted, maybe AI car of Max crossing in
And
P11.
Chief crosses the line and he jumps and he just misses the P10 slot.
By 8 seconds.
And if he had been put in the right place, he could have got P10. See that, Sanix?
Ocean Chief
See
had a
what you
default
happen?
setup. It's not me if you would have put him in the right place. Actually, you know what? Let's not argue. I said P19, you put him in P19.
Do you know what, Sanix? You're right. Let's not fall out. I think we've come far today.
Yes.
You know, we have really explored our friendship over these past 28 or 43 laps, whatever it is.
I think it's
we have
around 50
grown.
at this point.
I think we have grown as human beings.
You know,
I
okay.
have learned your limits, and I have banked them in the depths of my brain, and I will use them the next time we stream.
Okay. Ask you this now. I know you're not serious as well anymore. Who was your driver of the day? I know you're gonna say Ace Boy with those 40, I don't know how many lap mediums.
Well, I think Ace Boy crossing the line with 40 something laps on a 26 whatever it was lap race is definitely no. See, I'll be serious. Okay, I'll be serious, right? Driver of the day. I think a good shout out to Gerla starting P10 and getting up to P6 considering the nature of the track. Sony put it on pole and then kind of lost out, and then of course Danny jumping up one place, Owen losing out. Well, no, not really. Owen started second and finished second. I think, and I generally don't go with race winners. That's generally the trend. But I think Ace Boy, P5, and he getting to P1, and his strat was just perfect. And not only that, but he also didn't pick up any penalties. So for me, on a serious note, just on what his strategy and how he paced himself, I would give it to Ace Boy.
Alright, I'm just switching scenes here. I 100% back your statement. Just see that ERS management. I said it like a couple times in the race. Like hats off to him for managing it that well. So, is the ERS management getting those mediums to the end? I don't know how his tire wear was towards the end of the race there, but
Yes.
he gained 4th position during the race, which is not that like. It was mostly in this like through the start. He did have a very fun fight with Owen, but he also had to gain that time back. He was pulling back on softs. He was reeling Owen in. He went for the overcut. Lost some time, but then pulled him back like 7 seconds with the mediums, and then made another 7-second gap on him in the end of the race there. So, yeah, I mean, I think
Yeah.
he was a clear driver of the day for me there.
Yeah. Will we get into our interviews?
Yeah,
And
I'm
who
down.
knows how they're going to go? But
I'm down
let's
for some interviews.
who will we get in? Will we get in Mr. Nolan? He's always up for a chat.
Yeah, he just wants to talk to me, obviously.
So I noticed that he said that, so that's fine. I will not say a thing.
Who does drag him though? Do we?
I can't drag him because
I
I have
can't.
been along.
I can't drag him either. We
I have
are.
been, I have been, I have been a long-standing member of 2SRL. I thought that the least that Bance could do, my good mate Bance, the least he could do would give me the right to drag people in and out of chat, considering that I'm always in commentary booth. So, Mr. Chief, or not Mr. Chief, that's the other admin. Mr. Bance, if you are listening back, which you probably are not, can I please have the rights to drag these people in?
I will see. I'm actually gonna try to type to Hagrid. Just to move people. Move, please, for stream. Owen. We got. So he should be able to move him here. So Aceboy was actually on 70% all mediums there towards the end.
Right.
So he put it like lap 12, 13. So I guess we're gonna be seeing soft to mediums. As Owen is in here now, I just gotta mute him so he's not gonna be too loud. Okay.
So off you go, Sanix, because apparently he doesn't want to talk to me.
Oh, he does. He wants to talk to me specifically. Okay.
Yes, I seen that. Yes. Don't worry,
Okay.
I seen
Okay.
that.
Let's go, Owen. How are you? How are
I
you?
know my place. I know when I'm not welcome. That's all right.
You'll get to do the next one. The next one's on you.
Well, maybe he won't want to speak to me either.
No, no, no. I won't want to. No, next one's on you. Let's stop it there. Okay, Owen. How do you feel after that race?
Sway, very sway. A horrible, horrible track. Yeah, just stressful, mate. The whole race, I had my pedals moving around on the floor, so I had to keep moving them. Had a couple freezes during the race, which lost me half a second on Danny a couple times. That's why it was so close at the end. Just horrible track. The strategy I felt like was good. I was just hoping that Ace Boy would have a puncture or something wrong with his tires, but that guy's just next level. His tire management is incredible.
Do you think you actually could have pulled off a soft medium as well? Because, pre-race, I know we were all talking about it, and I know we were saying soft hard is the strat to go. So did you even give it like a second of thought if you would want to try going soft to medium?
Well, with my start, I feel I had a really good start, 5 seconds on second place. Obviously, the fact I lost a bit of time from moving my pedals around, which was very frustrating. I need to get something to hold those in place, but at the start, it was just get a strategy that's going to get me to the end. I don't really want to take any risks because I knew there's a podium in sight from the first few laps of having that massive gap, and I just wanted to go safe with the hards and just test my pace on those. My pace wasn't too bad. It was just the bits and bobs with my pedals and just losing a lot of time, and then Ace Boy just with the quicker tire and good time management overall.
Yeah. So did you pick up any warnings? How did you feel with track limits on this track? We saw. I think this is the first race that we saw people actually not get penalties or just pick up very little of them.
I think I had 2 warnings. One on the first turn and one in the middle of the track somewhere. Track limits are not too bad on this track. I think if you just try to send it a little too hard, trying to gain as much pace out of the corner because you need as much pace for the straights, you can pick up a few little warnings there and here and there. But if I'm me as the penalty master, I get loads of penalties. And I
Yeah,
really
so
struggle too bad with this track. So
I was quite surprised you actually didn't have a single penalty there towards the end. So congrats on that. I think my interrogation here is done. Tipsy, you got anything to follow up on Owen? Or does Owen still
No,
not
I'm
want to
I'm
talk?
having to defend myself in chat here. I'm getting abuse left, right, and center. What have you done to me, Sanix?
I don't know what I did, but anyways, I think that's it for Owen. I mean, yeah. Yeah, that's it, Owen. You can take your leave. Thank you for joining in, though. So yeah,
Thanks for coming,
see you
Sam.
next week. Maybe next week
Facebook.
you're gonna get that win. It's been eluding you for quite some time now.
See that, guys. Nice
Yeah,
race.
see ya. Bye bye.
So I need to get I need to get.
We got Ace Boy in here already, Tipsy.
Oh, okay, sorry.
We got Ace Boy, the race winner. You know, Tipsy, Ace Boy. First of all, congrats on winning the race.
Thank you.
Second of all, our our spectator thing was completely bugged out, so we were just watching you win the race with 44 lap old mediums. So congrats on managing them so well.
Yeah, thanks. I just saw.
Yeah, sorry. I mean, overall, how like sorry for interrupting you again. Managing those mediums, how hard was it?
It was quite okay actually. I kept my time fairly consistent in the 39s or in the 40s and the low 40s. For the rest, I thought it was quite a good race. Didn't lose too much pace, even though the degradation on the tires were kind of killing me. I was stressing, hoping not to get any punctures, but yeah, managed to pull it through.
Yeah, Tipsy, I think it's time you ask some questions. You've been quiet so far. You've been, I think you got your time to cool down, so.
No, don't worry. I've been on the chat. Yes, Mr. Ace Boy. That was a kind of a learning experience for me, as much as sure as many people watching, in terms of how the strategy works out on Hanoi. And we had a few guys saying in the chat, well, one guy in particular actually was saying that previous experience on the track shows that the mediums are a lot faster than hards. And, we kind of seen that whenever you were catching Owen. And I was just curious to know that, did you know that as well? Did you know that the mediums are so much faster than the hards in Hanoi?
I did not expect them to be that much faster. I thought there was like a 2/10 to 3/10 difference.
Yeah.
But it seemed to be quite a margin.
Yeah. And so you obviously had your strategy set up to that, didn't you? So, it worked. It worked an absolute treat for you in terms of, you didn't get the pole. You started P5, but you got the race win on. And forgive me, I didn't hear if Stanix already told you, but we have chosen you as our driver of the day. I think that's generally how it works. If we choose the driver of the day, that's who gets it. But yeah,
All right.
we have chosen you, Mr. Ace Boy. So, congratulations on your driver of the day, but also congratulations on the race win, because it was a masterful performance with no penalties as well. So well done.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I think Tipsy just did my words perfectly.
Yes.
Yeah, you did a great job.
Thank you. Well, you see, that's the difference between me and Stanix. One of us is intelligent.
That's me. Thank you. I'll take that compliment.
So I have no more questions to ask.
Yeah, Tipsy. I mean, not Tipsy. Ace, congrats on that. Too bad you missed out last week's race, but now with two wins, the race 1 and race 3. I think you're back on top of the leaderboard as it is now. Actually, Danny might be. I think it's between you and Danny now. You're both close to each other. You're at 50. Danny should be somewhere near there as well. So.
All right.
Yeah, that's it from us, I think. So thanks a lot.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
Bye bye. Enjoy.
Mr. Stanix, I think.
One more.
No, hang on. We're going to bring in Chief, because I have specifically asked for Chief, okay? Because I need some closure. All right. So let's bring
Yes.
in Chief.
Let's bring in Chief. And
Can
then,
someone bring in Chief?
yes.
Mr. Chief. Can we bring in Chief? Mr. Chief.
Is
Can
Chief
someone
even
please
here?
bring in Chief?
Yes. I am.
And
Yes. I'm
yes.
telling Hagrid.
Can,
He is
can we
my.
have Chief?
Hagrid is my right hand man. He says,
Yeah.
Chief, bring him in.
Yeah.
Now.
See, here he is.
Period.
So, Mr. Santa, Mr. Chief. So, I think as a long-standing friend of yours, I should do the interviewing here because Sonic's going to twist this. And try to get it bad, okay?
No.
Okay,
It's your fault.
So, did you qualify P19?
right.
You did.
What is no wait? What did Sonic say? What's his take?
I said
think-
you
I didn't
qualified.
hear
No. Let me say my point of view. You're a bit too biased here, Tipsy. Let me say. Let me say how it went. So the lobby had that misfortunate accident or whatever, however you say.
Yeah.
So we went down the grid, as you would, and I did say, Ocean Chief qualified 19th. And Tipsy said
Yeah.
okay, but I think we then forgot that someone actually qualified in 20th.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah. So I was P19, but I was ahead of DJ Mario. So that's when I started. I was like, "Hey, why is he ahead of me? Oh, there's no one behind me. That's why."
So,
Does that mean I get P10 then? I think it does, doesn't it?
well,
Yeah. Okay. Agreed.
well, you
Thank
see,
Bobby.
well, you see, there's no point. There's nothing to explain really because you see, the beauty about live streaming is that it's recorded, so you can watch it back, Mr. Chief, and you will see in my desperate attempts to get the grid correct, I was asking whom positioned where, and Mr. Sonic told me that you qualified P19 and you started P19. So I think I done was I was asked. That's that over and done with. Second of all, is it true that you raced Hanoi, which looks nightmare to race? It looks
Mhm.
uninteresting. It does not look fun at all. Is it true that you actually raced with a default setup?
That is true, yes. And I blame my crew chief for he went away to get some food, and he's the one. He's like my support worker, like a care worker. He keeps me right because I make all the mistakes if I don't have someone tell me what to do.
So
So
it's Iceman's fault.
yeah, pretty much.
So
Yeah.
there we go, Sonics. We have got a scapegoat.
So
Iceman.
Tipsy. Look, I think that
Yes.
this is we can draw parallels between me and you and Ocean Chief and Icewind. I'm pointing fingers at you. Ocean Chief is pointing fingers at Icewind. So there's some parallels here.
Yeah.
Go with that. I can go with that. Ice will take the ultimate blame. So, and he's
Yeah.
not here to defend himself. So, and he probably get at me in chat, but that's
It's
fine,
all
Mr.
Ice's
Iceman.
fault. Yep.
It's all your fault, Mr. Iceman. But yeah, and all seriously though, Chief, me and Sonic's kind of messing around really on this race because, you know, midway through the race, it kind of got all the gaps were kind of opened up, and wasn't too much action happening. So, you know what happens to me, Chief? It's God help the guys co-commentating with me, and unfortunately, it was Sonic, so he had to face the full brunt of it.
Yeah, don't
But,
worry. You're gonna get it back next week. No problem.
Oh, I'll be ready, Sonic. Don't you
Okay,
worry.
good to know.
But and seriously though, Chief, how did you find racing in Hanoi? Because it just looks just a nightmare.
Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, if you practice it, it's probably all right. But I didn't really get much time to practice this one, and I was kind of thinking like I didn't even register until like about 2 hours before the race because it was like I don't really want to race because I don't want to embarrass myself because I'll be even slower than usual, and
Yeah.
that takes some doing, like But in the race, like yeah, I was trying to figure like my strategy was just to finish and hopefully I'll get a point at least, because it'd be a new track. Everybody maybe picks up front wing damage from pushing and collisions or what have you. But it seemed to be pretty clean for the most part. There was a few guys struggling, but yeah, I mean, this is how bad it was, right? So Icewind usually crew chiefs me, and he's usually feeding information into my ear, uh, throughout the whole race. And this one, he was silent. He was literally silent, and he didn't say a word. Even when I finished, he didn't say a word. And I think I really, I need to like beg forgiveness or whatever. Um, it was terrible. It was terrible for me. So I'm just glad it's over, and I'm glad I am not racing Tier 1 again, SLR, because I'm
Oh no,
working.
I tell you, I wish I was racing like tier 3 because it's so difficult now. You know, tier 1 I don't practice anymore, but it's just it's so demoralizing. But
Yeah,
let's see.
I bet.
I don't think there's any more interviews.
There is one more.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, Danny, P3.
Oh, right, okay.
Can
Alright.
I just say before I go that I do hope that someone gets a penalty and I do somehow get that P10 because like the guy who was in P10 should have really slowed down when he saw I was behind him and went, "It's Chief, here you go, mate. P10, it's yours. It's your
Chief.
position."
Mr. Chief, I've already asked this of Sanix, and I can't believe I'm going to have to ask it of you. Are you actually looking forward to the misfortune of another driver?
Yes.
Yes.
And I'll add to that by saying, because we had that restarted lobby, that I believe there was at least one guy who started on the wrong tires. They should automatically be disqualified.
Oh,
Oh
in
yeah,
all
we completely
seriousness,
forgot about that one, Tipsy.
yeah. In all seriousness, that is actually a punishable offense in 2S and SLR if you don't start on the tire that you qualified on. So, get the reports in, guys, and who knows what's going to happen.
Yeah, I'm gonna upload a PowerPoint presentation as
Yeah.
my report against that one.
Yes,
So watch
and
out, whoever that was.
I will be looking forward to it. And I'm really resisting the urge to sing country roads
You
because
can
they're
sing
really
it as
trying.
the outro song of the stream if you want to.
Well, we'll have to get interviewing Danny. So if you want to hang around, Chief, to sing it, you're more than welcome.
I'll not do that. No, I'll
Chief,
tune
you've got
in.
such a lovely voice. You're very
No,
much like
no.
Celine Dion. I have reached depths of the stream, Chief, that I do not wish to repeat.
Well, here, you know who is good at singing is Wimpy. We'll have to get him on one time. He
Get
loves
Wimps
singing
on.
Celine Dion to me as I practice TT.
I'll
But
get Wimps on. Near, far. Sorry.
wherever you are. Right, I'm out of here.
Alright, take care.
Sorry about that, everyone.
That's
Later.
See you there.
And now Danny's here, had to
Alright.
listen to all of that.
Danny's probably thinking, what the is going on here?
Yeah, Danny, you're gonna be quick.
Oh, that's a bit rude.
No, I mean, I don't have a lot to ask him unless you do. I kind of want to sing Country Roads as well now.
So do I, Danny. Would you like to sing Country Roads?
No thanks.
Yes, you do. Come on.
Okay,
Oh,
wait, that's
no.
not the real question. Before you
Oh,
be
is it
sync.
not?
No, not yet. That's the next question. The first one is, when you saw Sonic get a penalty, did you feel relief? Or did you even know he got a penalty? Because we knew you had a penalty for like half of the race
Heard
almost.
it on the I heard it on the stream, so I was kind of relieved. Then again, I got a penalty for entering the pit lane because the game thought that I cut the corner for entering the pit lane. So that was the only warning I got for the whole end of the race. So try to get that removed, hopefully.
Okay, that's about it for me. Tipsy. I mean, congrats on P3, of course. That was just really
Sonic,
good.
you are the worst interviewer.
Excuse me. I am just starting my interviewing career. You cannot just say I'm the worst.
Starting and I think it's ending right now. Can you imagine someone interviewing like Hamilton or something? So that was a nice overtake. How did that get on? And then he tells you, he goes, right, well, I have nothing else to ask you.
Well, that's about it.
When? I also have that. So